Hello you guys, and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and today I want to talk about the low spend challenge I'm going to be doing for 100 days starting March 1st. And with this challenge here, it's similar to a no spend challenge, but at least for us, Jake and I, we haven't really done a no spend challenge before. And so we're calling it a low spend challenge because there's a few extra things we're kind of building in addition to like what a lot of the no spend challenges we've seen do, just because of maybe it being our first time doing it and also trying to do it for 100 days. I know I definitely heard about a lot of people doing no spend challenges starting in January, and some people doing a whole year no spend challenge, which I think is really impressive and awesome. For us, we kind of got the year rolling a little bit and are working a lot on our finances this year. And so we've done a few things with that. I do have a big trip coming up with Jake and also my parents and sister for part of it during this summer. And so, we were planning for that and purchasing airline tickets, hotels or Airbnbs where we're staying. So we were spending some money there. But I think that, starting in March and going until June, is the last part of the school year for us, I think is a really good timeline that fits our schedule. Maybe likewise, you have a desire to do somewhat of a no spend challenge, but maybe kind of missed the mark to do like a full year version at the start of the new year. Maybe some of those financial goals have worn off a little bit, and now it's a new chance for you to get back into it. So I wanted to share just in case this was something you were interested in trying as well. Now for us, our guidelines that we've set, we are going to, between the two of us, spend $100 per week or less, hopefully. And that will be kind of our guidelines for a lot of the finances that you can adjust a little bit. This does not include our rent. This does not include utilities. This does not include our emergency expenses that come up in case there's any medical bills or any car related repairs, that kind of thing. That's not going to be included, but things that are regular expenses but still, have a range, like food or gas or other purchases, that sort of thing. And so by doing this, we're hoping especially to limit our excess food shopping and just in general prevent other spending. Now, because we're doing the 100 days of it, that is a little over 3 months, we are building in that we can each purchase 3 larger items that don't count as part of our $100. For example, I did recently purchase a winter jacket. I was using this jacket that it was fine, but it wasn't really that warm. And one of the companies I discovered that I really like, it's a Canadian-based company called Noise. I will put a link below. All of their coats were half off. And I was like, this is the perfect time to buy a jacket. Yes, the season's pretty much over at this point, but it was an ethical and awesome looking jacket. And like I said, half price. So, that's a case where the item was more expensive. It was $100 for a really nice jacket, which I feel like is a great price, but if you're doing a low spend, there's your week's worth of money right there. And in case those kind of things come up where it's like, I've been actually looking for a jacket, a new winter coat for about 2 years now, and it just wasn't really working out. The one I was looking for wasn't the right price or wasn't the right style, that sort of thing. And then when I finally found it, I was like, yes, that is the one. I will buy it. So those kind of items, when those come up, we'll each have 3 of those, I guess, free passes to purchase that item. So regardless, that's kind of our vision. And there's 3 main reasons we want to do this. Obviously, the general part is just to save money, but we've got kind of 3 individual financial goals. This summer, Jake and I will be gone for about 6 to 7 weeks. We'll leave mid-June and come back before the end of July. And it's really exciting. We're calling it kind of our last, well, I'm calling it the last international hurrah before we have kids. So we'll be in a lot of different places that we're definitely looking forward to. I know I have talked about some of these travels a bit more. I'll put a link down below for that if you're curious for more details. Regardless, we definitely will be spending money during our trip there. Not when we don't have to, but there will be different activities we book or getting tickets to go see certain landmarks. Obviously, some food or groceries, restaurants, that sort of thing. So we want to save up for that a little bit more. And then also, we recently have opened up a Discover savings account. Now, we were people who had just used bank savings accounts for a while. I mean, we do have some other different accounts for things, but as far as like a general savings account, we were just using the ones with our bank and had things subdivided a little bit and had some automatic deductions go from our checking account into these savings accounts. But as you probably are aware, bank savings accounts pay terrible interest. There's very little financial gain that you get. We were in a higher one that the bank had, but it was still hardly anything that it amounted to, maybe a couple dollars per month of interest. But the cool thing about the Discover savings accounts, which I've gotten that information from my dad, my parents have used that for savings, is you've got a much higher interest rate. So I believe it's around 1.4% currently, which still doesn't sound like a huge percent, but with that account, you can make several $100s per year of interest, and that money adds up. I was doing some calculations and realized for the past 3 years, our savings that we had in, the bank savings account, had we had all that money in a Discover savings account, we would have made about $1,000 of interest money in the past couple years. So that's kind of a bummer or a financial mistake. We're not gonna just let that keep happening. We're going to be shifting there and setting up our emergency savings fund as well as saving up for our mortgage or future mortgage in those accounts. So we will be transferring a lot of the money from our bank over to these Discover savings accounts and keeping money there for those reasons. So the money can, again, do a little bit more for us without some of the risk involved in investing, even though we will hopefully be setting up more for investing. That's the third part. We've done some more research and planning about different investments and what will make sense for us. And so we're gonna be starting to get involved with that a little bit more than we already have. So definitely all 3 of those reasons, we want to be saving additional money to help fund those accounts and fund with the travel. And it just seems like the right time to do it. So for us, that will be our low spend challenge. Again, $100 per week, plus those 3 additional items for 100 days. I know a lot of you have found the channel because of some of my financial related videos, so I definitely will probably do an update here and there about how the challenge is going, maybe more specific details about how much we spent or what we spent during the low spend challenge, all of that. I am curious if any of you guys have ever done a low spend or no spend challenge and maybe how it worked for you, if there were any tips that you figured out from that process. If you have anything to share regarding that, you can feel free to leave it down in the comments below. I will put some of my past financial videos right here if you're interested in watching more. And of course, if you're not yet part of our wonderful Abundantly Minimal community here on this channel, you can feel free to subscribe right there. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.